97% of foreigners cannot imagine living on $1,000 a month. The average salary is $1,023 and the minimum wage is $746. Slovakia is in the top 30 happiest countries on the planet. How does that when housing costs only start from $400? As of now, don't forget to subscribe, you don't want to miss new travels around the world. Is it true that the currency in Slovakia is euro? Yes, this is 100% true. And the second question is whether euro weighs the same as dollar. As you see that by current prices, this is literally almost the same. And if you'll see what is 10 euro, it is a little bit more than $10. And of course, when you are exchanging 100 euros, you'll get a little bit more dollars. So as of today, you see that $1 is 0.93 euros. So the same quantifier goes when you are adding some zeros to the equation, and this is how things are going on. So literally you need 1 euro for $1 and vice versa. So actually, how to live in $1,000 per month in Slovakia? Is it really possible? Or is it just a good fairy tale for foreigners which are just planning to go to Slovakia? So in this video we will be comparing Washington DC and Bratislava Slovakia. And what you see here is that prices in Bratislava are 40% lower than in Washington. The same goes with purchasing power. Same goes with groceries, restaurant prices. But the most important part here is the rent. And you remember that rent prices are tremendously different. So when you have a minimum wage in Slovakia for 700, what are about prices? And you see that the prices are reasonably lower. I will leave the link in the description on this video with my favorite Slovakian cuisine restaurant. It's literally just in the city center and I recommend going there. Most of people think about that place as the pub, but there is local cuisine which is really delish and it's cheap as well, especially when you're comparing to Washington, to Berlin, to Paris, to lots of expensive cities. Of course, it is not cheap for locals at all. This is just as much as they are willing to pay for that. But if you are coming from more expensive places, you'll understand that your retirement or your just free gap year could be really delightful in Slovakia because of this price difference. So completely agree with this meal in an expensive restaurant and completely agree with coffee prices. So literally, if you have just this tight budget of 1,000 per month, you can literally go to local restaurants outside of touristic places even a couple times per week, and this will not create a hole in your monthly budget. But what about grocery prices? It's really more important than restaurant prices. So literally in Europe it is okay to spend around 150 up to 250 euros or dollars per person per month, and this is considering living a good life, eating healthy fruit, vegetables, especially healthy meat and cheese, of course lots of varieties of fish. And from the prices you see that not everything is too cheaper than in US, but those are literally European prices and it's literally as everywhere in the Europe. Just the correlation with the average salary and this delta is what is the cap difference in prices. So for these prices that you see, those of course are average. There are lots of sales, lots of different priced supermarkets, you can go to local markets with local produce as well. But what's most important here is that by European Union rules, every single thing here is organic, and this is just beautiful when you have this thinking, and this is just beautiful when you have this in mind, that it's not just an average thing, this is the best quality produce, and this is awesome. What about taxi? And do you ever need taxi in Bratislava? Lots of places you can go by foot, and the whole city center is completely walkable, especially this beautiful place near the river. Lots of hours, and your daily cab of walking could be done there without even hesitating or thinking twice. This is just your free way of exercise, having a good mood. So the prices for taxi, you see that the taxi starts is even a little bit more expensive than in Washington as gasoline, and the 1 kilometer of taxi is a little bit less expensive than in Washington. But you see that tremendous difference in monthly pass for public transportation, and I would say that this is what you need, because taxi usually in Europe is for special occasions, like you're coming late from some places, you're going to airport, if the bus which is going to airport is not suiting you today, or you just have some other occasions. So this is not an everyday transportation, because the public transportation looking really good. So consider that when thinking about relocating or retiring to Bratislava. So is it true that you can live for $400 per month in Airbnb in Bratislava? And the short answer is no. If you want to stay in that tight budget of $1,000 per person, you can really live a good life if you're sharing your cost for renting, long-term renting with someone, so you'll have a better quality of an apartment or a house. It's really working everywhere, because otherwise you really need to add some money to a budget to stay within your desired type of living. And if you're thinking about Bratislava, the thing that I'm really recommending is that please choose any types of the location, but really close to the historical center. Then you'll have every single spot by walking. You will not need a lot of spending time for transportation. And this is just the beautiful way of exploring the city. So you see here now not much things are available for October. It's just in a month, so probably every single cheap spot is already booked. But you see that you get what you are paid for. Things are not that cheap as they could be, so you really need to plan ahead to have cheaper places and apartments. But I would say that this is current prices, and it is what it is. Starting from $80 per month, and let's just check for November. So maybe things will be different in November. And yes, this is right. You see that lots of cheaper things are there and more places to choose from. Of course, if you'll be thinking about the prices, don't look for prices for Christmas time, because first, everything will be already booked and only the most expensive places will be left. And of course, second, this is the most expensive season ever. So starting literally from $50–60 in 2 months in advance, this is what you can expect. And if you choose a little bit far away from the city center, so literally this place, which is still walkable, but a little bit outside of this most expensive area, you see that even more apartments starting from $60–70 per night are available, and this is just awesome. Hope you'll have a really great journey and Bratislava, Slovakia and Europe overall. Stay tuned. In this channel we are talking a lot about choosing the place to retire to or just to relocate, and of course this place should be your new happy planet, and this is why this channel has this name, because personally I still looking for my happy planet and hope you'll find yours soon too. See you soon in new videos. Bye.